Born in Albuquerque on the 12th of January, 1964, Jeffrey Preston Bezos is a famous American businessman. He's also known as an aerospace entrepreneur, media proprietor, and investor. Also the first billionaire to appear on the Forbes Wealth Index. He's known as the richest man in modern history, thanks to Amazon being the second company in history to reach a market cap of $1 trillion. While all of this information is open for the public to know, there are some facts about Jeff Bezos, especially concerning his personal life, that not many know about. Today's video will be about 7 facts about Jeff Bezos' personal life that you didn't know about. Let's begin with the 7th place. 7th fact: he has no memories of his biological father. Many of us are born and raised by a mother and a father, while others might be raised by a single mother or father. In Jeff's case, he doesn't have any memories of his biological father. His parents were in high school when Bezos was born, and their marriage only lasted 17 months. They divorced when Jeff was 3 years old, and afterwards, Jeff's mother married Miguel Bezos, a Cuban immigrant. Jeff himself claims that Miguel is his natural father due to their close bond. And the only moment when he doubts this fact is when a doctor asks them to fill out a form. 6th fact: his first job was at McDonald's. Being the CEO of one of the most well-known and valuable companies in the world sure has its benefits. Nonetheless, a fact many forgot about Jeff Bezos is, like as many Americans, his first job was in a McDonald's. Jeff Bezos worked at a McDonald's local during his teenage years, flipping burgers for clients and cleaning up the restaurant. An important lesson from Bezos is that it doesn't matter what you're working in, what your first job was, or what your responsibility was in that job. What's important is that you learned in that position and how you applied it to your personal life and professional life in order to give value to those around you, including your employers. He says he learned many valuable skills that otherwise school would not have taught him if he didn't work. In fact, Bezos studied the company's automation of the kitchen and set up a system that would sound the buzzer to let them know when to scramble the eggs, flip burgers, or pull the fries out of the fryer. It's no surprise that with such intelligence, Bezos ended up founding one of the biggest companies in the planet. 5th fact: Bezos is building a giant, everlasting clock in the desert. Among his most mysterious philanthropic adventures is the massive clock he's building in the desert. Rumor has it that Jeff Bezos is personally building an atomic clock in the middle of the desert designed to last for millennia. Nevertheless, this is wrong information, as the clock is a project of the Long Now Foundation, a non-profit organization launched by engineer Danny Hillis. What happened is that Bezos is the most prominent member of the project, the creation of a mechanically powered clock made of durable materials in order to ensure its longevity and immunity from looters. The clock will be built 500 feet down into a Texan mountain to be sheltered from any surface cataclysm or weather erosion. It's going to be powered by human winding with a solar failsafe. They're using a solar alignment to adjust a very slowly moving mechanical oscillator in order to keep the clock accurate. Bezos himself said that the clock is a symbol of humanity, as Amazon won't last forever, and that represents Bezos' greatest achievement in life. It's a reminder of how civilizations are small. 4th fact: Bezos owns the Washington Post since 2013. Another lesser-known fact about Bezos, occupying the 4th place on our list, is that Jeff Bezos, in 2013, acquired the Washington Post for $250 million. It's been celebrated with a large digital growing for the 140-year-old media outlet. Others may not have been very pleased with him buying one of the U.S.'s largest publications, as Donald Trump has been one of his major critics of this, and even accusing Bezos of fabricating news and other kinds of content in order to take a jab at the U.S. president. Within 3 years, the paper had doubled its web traffic and become profitable. An impressive feat for a media company that struggled in the wake of the financial crisis. The swift turnaround is also impressive, to be sure, but what makes Bezos different from other CEOs, according to the Post former publisher Donald Graham, is not his talent for driving fast results, but rather his, quote, extreme long-term mindedness. Bezos is known for great thinking in the long term and making his business decisions with the future greatly into account. 3rd fact: Bezos believes humanity will have to be evacuated from Earth. As we mentioned earlier, Bezos is one of the few entrepreneurs in the planet to venture into aerospace entrepreneurship. Bezos thinks that humans will have to eventually be evacuated from Earth to survive, which is why in 2000 he founded Blue Origin, an American-based aerospace manufacturer with headquarters in Washington. Blue Origin is developing technologies to enable private human access to space with dramatically lowered cost and increased reliability. Second fact, he was selective with his girlfriends. An interesting fact regarding Bezos' romantic life is that he used to ask friends to set him up on blind dates, but Bezos was very selective with his would-be romantic partners, as he would ask the person in question that the number one criteria he required was a woman that could get him out of being a third-world person, which summarizes as an ambitious, smart, and resourceful woman that could think outside of the box. Eventually, he began dating Mackenzie Tutt, whom he married in 1993. One of his employees at the first Amazon. They would go on to be married for 25 years until they divorced back in 2019 after having 4 children together. They were known as the richest couple in history, but after the settlement, Mackenzie would keep a small stake in Amazon worth $38 million, which on its own has made her the 3rd richest woman alive. First fact, Amazon was not always known as Amazon. Amazon, probably the main reason most recognize Bezos' name and last name, did not always have the name Amazon. The company was first named Cadabra in July 1994, as in abracadabra. But in an interesting twist of events, the company's name was misheard as cadaver during a telephone conversation with an attorney. He considered naming it Relentless, but his associates warned him that the name sounded very dark, so the next bet was Amazon. Interestingly, Bezos still owns the domain name Relentless.com, and going on it will direct you to the Amazon website. The reason Amazon was chosen was because the Amazon River was the largest collection of flora and fauna in the world. Amazon Inc. will represent the largest collection of retail items on the internet, and also Amazon.com will appear in the first pages of the internet directory, making it easier to attract users and customers. Many think of CEO of Amazon when they hear the name Jeff Bezos, but as we've proven in today's video, there's a lot more to just being the CEO and founder of one of the biggest companies in the world. With ventures in aerospace, building gigantic clocks in the desert as a monument to humanity, and even demonstrating his genius while he was working at a McDonald's as a teenager, it's safe to say that Jeff Bezos is a very diverse and interesting person. We hope you enjoyed today's video and invite you to comment which was the most impressive fact about Jeff Bezos' personal life that you saw in this video. On another note, we encourage you to give us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more amazing informational content like today's. Once more, thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.